Well, hi there and welcome back to Wheels of Interest. And today you find me not in rainy old England, oh no, we're 4,500 miles away. Welcome to India. So, you find us in India, and the plan is to do some filming and try and show how India ticks when it comes to vehicles and what can best be described as contraptions in some cases. So I hope you enjoy the video. I may have enough footage for two, wait and see when I've put it all together, because there's an awful lot to see in India. It's an absolutely incredible place. I hope you enjoy. Please like and subscribe if you do, to keep up with our mechanical adventures, and sit back, relax, enjoy the entertainment. You can find rickshaws in many parts of the world. Quite a lot of developing countries use them, and originally of course they were all pedal powered. They're used for everything in India. From passengers to cargo and everything in between. They've now developed into what's known as an auto, or to you and me as tourists, tuk-tuk. So auto is short for auto-rickshaw. The one on the left is battery powered and the one on the right is gas powered. Green and yellow generally denotes that it is a gas powered machine. It could be LPG or natural gas. And they're made by three main companies: Bajaj, Atul and Piaggio of scooter fame. If you see a black and yellow one, that means that it's a diesel powered unit, and they are generally very much decorated by the driver to his taste, with all sorts of things going on inside the cab. And you can also find them as cargo carrying units as well. So this one here has got a box body on the back, and some of them are pickups, but they carry absolutely everything, everything you can think of. So here we've got a pair of Piaggios, one's a cargo and one's an auto, and then there's the electric rickshaw on the left. So the cargo is basically a cargo carrying auto, three-wheeler, diesel powered, made by Piaggio in Italy. Actually it might be made by Piaggio in India, thinking about it. I'll double check that. And then the one at the back is the auto. Again, diesel powered. Not quite as smooth as the LPG powered engines, natural gas, the green and yellows. But gets it made to be nonetheless.
I will share you a reel.
Yep.
Where two brothers made a helicopter at home in India.
Oh really?
Yeah. From a car.
Nothing surprises me these days. Eco-friendly alternative to the engine-powered auto, the most uncomfortable rickshaw ride you'll ever have in your whole life. They are just awful. They've got a low roof, so if you're tall like me, you go over a bump, you manage to bang your head on the roof. They've got hardly any suspension whatsoever, only what's in the tyres and a very short spring length, I think, and certainly no shock absorbers. But the upside is they are battery powered. Now this one clearly has been sat here for quite a while, but they're everywhere in India. Me personally, take an auto. It's much faster, it's much smoother. It's a bit more of a fun ride as well because they go quite fast. So the green and yellow generally denotes that it's LPG powered or natural gas, and this is what you see most of in North India, that I've found anyway. They're very smooth, they're very fast, it's quite a ride, quite exciting. Sometimes though the driver gets a little bit leery and you do wonder if you're going to make it at the other, to get to the other end, but in general they're quick and easy to get on and off, and great little machines, and I want one. They're all three-wheeler, steering at the front, spring the shock absorber, sheet metal tin frame, and then in the back we have got an engine tied up with string. What else? I'll see if I can film it without disturbing the driver too much. Some drive shafts, constant velocity joint I would imagine, and then cable operated clutch, gear control, anything and everything. So it's a single cylinder,
gas powered. There's a mixer at the back behind there, air cleaner, an induction, drive shafts, gearbox bolted on the front of the engine, all cable operated, absolutely brilliant. What looks like a little bit of an oil cooler there with those hoses, not quite sure what that is. Yes it is, because those hoses go around the back and they come around the front of the back of the engine there into the engine, then they go to this little radiator here, and it's cooled with the fan of the engine, so the engine heat is being cooled with the fan, and that is then blowing air across that radiator as an oil cooler for the gearbox, which I never knew, which is very interesting actually. And we've got coil spring suspension with a shock absorber inside, and what looks like constant velocity joints for drive. They're quite a machine. I love these things. I absolutely love them. And I really like to have one.
I think a lot of people in the UK use them as coffee roasting machines, like coffee carts and that sort of thing.
And the control is a floor foot brake with some very dubious wiring, and then we've got twist grip control and gears on the handlebars and handlebar steering. Absolutely fantastic. And room for officially 3 people, but if I can find some footage of more than 3, I will put it in, because sometimes you can get this packed with people. Officially, the Uber drivers that drive these are only allowed to carry 3 people maximum, and they can refuse you if you've got more than 3. But we've had more than 3 sometimes, so it depends how finicky they are. But these things are absolutely fantastic, and I just love them. And our driver is very kindly, let us have a look.
You can sit there and then I can film it to you, and if you want to describe something.
So, thank you very much. see these hand carts absolutely everywhere in India. They're about 5 foot long, 3 foot, 4 foot wide, 3 foot wide, something like that. They got 4 big fixed wheels. There's no steering, so they're easy to push because the wheels is large, so that they just ride over bumps and such like. A couple of handles at the end for the guys who push the thing along and lift it and steer it. So they steer it by lifting the back and then pushing it round. The wheels are all fixed on a fixed axle, but they're very distinctive, very Indian. You see them everywhere. They carry everything from street food to vegetables to materials to everything, gas, you name it. They put stuff on it, and they're absolutely everywhere. Very basic, but it does the job. Very Indian. One thing that the Indians love to eat is sugar cane, and they take these roller mills and feed the cane through the rollers, and it squeezes out the sugar cane juice, which they then sell on to passers-by to drink. This one is a tabletop mounted unit with an electric motor and a little bell on the side just to attract attention. And of course you can see that there are gears and wheels and rollers whizzing around, no guards whatsoever, and probably not an emergency stop either. Of course, if you get yourself caught up in it, you're going to get hurt. So the rule is, don't get caught. What can best be described as a contraption are the self-propelled roller mills. This one is quite sophisticated. It looks pretty well designed. Square steel frame, single cylinder diesel engine at the back in the middle, which goes through with a shaft drive to the front, and that drives the roller mill, and then there's a belt drive down to a gearbox in this one. It has a proper seating position, proper steering, proper pedals for clutch control and brakes, and with a gearbox it's obviously got reverse. This roller mill, on the other hand, is not quite as sophisticated. The engine is at the front on the side, the roller mill is next to it. Behind that you've got an area for putting your sugar cane. The drive is just a single forward drive from a belt off the end of the crankshaft on the engine, and the clutch is a tension wheel which tensions the belt to make it drive forwards. Very rudimentary pedals for the brakes and the clutch. The steering position is a very upright steering position. The seat is a plank, but it does the job. It's a nice simple machine. You drive it around, take it to where you want to sell your sugarcane juice, and happy days. Of course, there's no MOT, no insurance, no registration. They basically just put them back on the road and drive them about. The most prevalent form of transport in India has got to be two wheels. Motorbikes, mopeds, scooters are everywhere. There are hundreds and thousands of them. Perhaps the most famous motorbike brand in India is the Royal Enfield.
They are built in Chennai in southeast India, and again you find them all over India. And of course you can buy these in the UK as well. They produce some very stylish motorbikes and still in business today. My friend Nitin, who lives in Jaipur, his father used to be a technical lecturer in motorbike maintenance, and Nitin's going to take us down what must be the most concentrated road or area for motorbike maintenance that I've ever seen. There are repair shops on top of repair shops which cover absolutely everything to do with motorbike maintenance. Engines, gearboxes, brakes, wheels, steering, handlebars, upholstery, panel beating, paint jobs, and even go faster stripes. Anything and everything you can find to do with two wheels in this area.
This street is only for bikes, two-wheelers and all. So whatever kind of work, fabrication, repair, maintenance, denting, painting, welding, all the work is to be done here. So if anybody, even if anybody is buying a new bike, he wants to have something change or modification, it can be done here.
It's just incredible, the whole street is taken up with bikes.
So he is doing the painting work here, the machine, and he is redoing the wheels and stands.
Oh yeah. I think he's going to paint the whole bike really, but
Yeah. You got the new stand now. The price is new now. It's all painting and painting work here. And this is the welding part.
I see.
Hola.
Fixing the wheels.
दिखा तुम शक्ल दिखा था दिखा सुई लगाएंगे वो लगा हाँ ये चेन पूरी कर निकाल बाहर पापड़ लगा फूक मार के लगाओ पहले खान इंडियन मैकेनिक हमारे कंट्री एंड द बॉटम है जी और ये IPL इंग्लैंड क्रिकेट बैटिंग इंग्लैंड
When you need to do the modification on your bike, you know, whatever stickers you need for your bike, they make it, he customize it, and you can make some. Yeah. So whatever name, number plate, everything you want, you can get it done from it. All these number plates. ये मैकेनिक है, ठीक है, तो मैं देखता हूँ कहाँ पे कैसे काम होता है। ये ट्रैक्टर का मैकेनिक है।
My friend, how bike prepared this? My friend, after देख रहे इधर देख, वीडियो बनाओ, फोटो लेके
A man that's very proud of his screwdriver. So we're in Jaipur in India, Rajasthan, India, and we are at a shock absorber repair shop. Would you believe? I mean, this place is just incredible. This guy is so famous in Rajasthan that everybody who is anybody brings their shock absorbers to him to repair the shock absorber. They don't throw it away, they fix it, they put it back on the car, motorbike, tractor, whatever you need a shock absorber for. This guy has got it. I'm very privileged because he never lets anybody fill his shop, especially tourists, because the working practices, as you'll see in a second, are archaic. The tools are very old, and I think that they're quite frightened that we may portray them in a bad light because of it. But this is India, and India is a law unto itself. This is incredible.
ऐसा ओरिजिनल अगर ये काम कर रहा है तो ऐसा ओरिजिनल लिया है, ये पत्ती को ना ओरिजिनल ले ले।
ये छोड़ लिया ये वाला।
ये सूत्र बोल रहा है, भूल गया मैं, ये नहीं लगता है, वो किधर गया ना, मिल गया। तो ट्रेनर के साथ फोटोग्राफर भी है। हाँ। Would you like to try your hands with this? And after that, he is fixing it there in that machine. ये 3.5 साल तक रखे हैं आप।
Or you can sit in that stool. can sit on that too.
Okay. Follow.
He's saying you are the first person to film it because they don't allow anyone to film it. Because what people show it in their country is that how terribly they are working and they don't know.
सही बात है और जाके ये होता है ना कि यार अभी भी ये कि हम लोग कर रहे हैं अब पाकिस्तानी के टेक्निकली जानते हैं उनके हालात होते हैं ड्रिल मशीन से सील कर देते हैं उनके लिए बैठते हैं आप पैसे को होस्ट करते हैं अपन लोग बहुत हुआ है और मुझे अच्छा ही लगता था हमारे देश बड़ा कुछ नहीं है।
अरे भैया अपना सब चीज़ है अपने पास सब समृद्ध है अपन हर तरीके का
मना करते हैं मना करते यहाँ तक कि वो कह जाता है यार हमें शौका बनाना है यार उसकी वीडियो बनाया था मैंने एक वीडियो बना के भेजी हुई हमने एंडोरेंस में ये हुआ था कि शॉकर बिक नहीं रहा है क्यों नहीं बिक रहा है थोड़ा सा रिपेयर हो जाता है वो रिपेयर हो ही नहीं सकता।
Just before we move away from motorbikes, rickshaws and contraptions and the derivatives of all of those three things, I just want to show you this picture of what used to be a pedal-powered rickshaw. So the rear end of it is a pedal-powered rickshaw frame with a platform on it for carrying goods, in this case LPG gas. The middle frame is a bicycle frame. The front steering and handlebars is from a scooter, and tucked away underneath the platform is the rear end of a scooter with the engine and the rear wheel. So it's gone from being a pedal powered rickshaw to a scooter powered rickshaw, and there's quite a few of these around where somebody has cobbled together a scooter and a rickshaw and whatever other parts they can find and made it into a auto. The Indians are very industrious with this sort of thing. They will cobble together and knock up all sorts of contraptions like this, which make their lives easier. And they're probably parts that they found laying about. Maybe they might have bought them for next to nothing. perhaps the scooter frame was broken and they could make use of the engine and the handlebars and the rest was scrap. But whatever it is, they'll put it together and they'll make something out of it. And on their merry way they go and carry on living their day-to-day lives. As we said before, with these contraptions, there's no MOT, no insurance, no registration. They just make these things, put them together, make them work, and off they go. Just quite incredible instinct for survival, really, and making do with what they have. Of course, there's plenty of tractors in India because it's a very rural country with lots of agriculture. And a lot of them are made under license. They are copies of American and Western European equipment. Massey Ferguson, International and Ford are the most prevalent. Mahindra also make tractors and as well as Jeeps and various other things. A lot of it is under license and copies of European and Western vehicles. There's lots of decorated lorries and buses. You see those all over the place. And if you remember earlier with the tuk-tuks, how many people can you get in a tuk-tuk? Well, there's your answer. And whatever carrying capacity a vehicle has, let's not worry about it. Have wheels, will travel. Just wait for the announcer to finish. That may take a while, but of course no trip to India is complete without a trip to the railway. And here we are at Jaipur Junction, and a very noisy taxi man blowing his horn at me as well because I'm in the way. There's a lot of that goes on in India. So yeah, we're here to take a look at some trains. It's a busy day. It's Saturday. People must be on the move. I don't know where they're going, but you see lots of pictures of and film of Indians hanging on the sides of trains. That's true of the commuter trains. Today is not a commuter day, but it is a very busy day. So we'll take a quick look inside the station and we'll catch up with some locomotives. Jaipur Junction station was built in 1875, the original building. It's in the centre of Rajasthan, the state of Rajasthan in India. It has about 35,000 passengers every day. And the existing building that is here now was built in 1956, so not as old as you might believe. You can see the architecture in the ceiling. You can see how busy it is. Lots of people coming in. Under the arches there we have airport style security with x-ray machines for baggage and humans. And there's an absolutely lovely mural up there with elephants and ox carts, camels, people dressed up. Really nice, quite a pretty station. So we're on the road bridge just above the station. Call to prayer from the mosque over on the right hand side. I've just missed a train coming in, so given the fact there's so many people out there on the station, there's not that many trains coming and going, but we'll hang fire and see what we can see. I don't know if you can see in the distance there, but people tend to get off the train and walk across the tracks rather than get on the platform, which to me is pretty bizarre. Quite dangerous, but you can see there's a locomotive coming in and that's going pretty slowly, so you do have some time. But they're electrified lines, so, or rather they're electrified overhead I should say, so the lines aren't live, but dangerous nonetheless. You've only got to trip over and bang your head on something and then you're in the middle of a train path. However,
There's a train just coming to the station there, so we'll hang fire and see what happens. You can see people are hanging out the doors there. Clearly there's they either want to get off really quickly, and you can see them getting off and walking over the tracks. Quite bizarre, but still. We've got some workers down on the line greasing the points, making sure everything's working. So I'm not picking any litter up, but hey ho, that's not their job. So the trains can stay in the stations for quite some time. It really depends on the station. Jaipur is quite an important station, so the train may be taking on various supplies for food and maybe laundry for the sleeper cars and things like that. So it may take a while to come and set off. So far, having travelled on quite a lot of Indian trains, they're nearly always late, and one thing they never are is early. They do run to time, sometimes. This one wants to set off, but he stopped again, so don't know what's happening there. So, second time lucky by the look of it. So this one's a diesel. Not electric. And he's actually separated most of his carriages. So either he's going to swap ends, or he's going to get a different locomotive to go take it further on. Just coming in on the right, there's an electric loco just about to join up with the carriages that were left behind with the diesel. So clearly that's taking those carriages on further on to India. This the line that this locomotive is on now is heading east, so that would be going out towards Bengal, Lucknow, Agra, Varanasi maybe. Equally, it could divert and turn off south as it leaves the station. There seems to be a very well trodden path below me, right by the tracks, where people must, I've just seen people walking along it, people must just walk along the side of the line. Something that is totally illegal in England, of course, but they don't seem to worry here too much. Clearly there's a well-worn track there, so clearly that's a regular route for people. And yeah, and also the wall is also being used as a latrine as well. So everything's here, everything is on show. Well, this is India after all. This is what you get.
You can see me, Vakil, tuk-tuk driver in Jaipur and YouTube.
Will do.
Have a nice day.
Thank you, and you. Now that's a tuk-tuk driver trying to get business from me. They do a lot of that as well. Especially if you stand around, they pounce on you. Where do you want to go? I have tuk-tuk, very cheap price. You gotta laugh. One thing's for sure, when you come to India, you must prepare yourself. Be prepared and prepare yourself properly. Otherwise it could seriously go belly up. So the locomotive that's down there right now blowing his horn, he's clearly changed lines. He had the sleeper unit there which decoupled from the carriages on the platform on the right where that electric loco is now. So don't know where he's going to. Perhaps he's going to dump the sleeper carriage and go off and do something else, but we'll see.
Civil Lines Station दरवाजे बाईं तरफ खुलेंगे कृपया सावधानी से उतरें
Civil Lines Station. Doors will open on the left. Please mind the gap.
On Jaipur Metro. It's one line, modern system, high level, built in 2011, opened in 2015, and the final mile and a half opened in 2020. The first 6 miles that opened in 2015 is high level over the city. Quite a modern system. We're on the platform at Ramnagar. Pretty sparse platform. Everything you need is down on the ground. Refreshments, food, water, ticket hall, everything is down on the ground. And we come up 3 levels. It's a triple level system, which includes a road as well underneath. So you've got the road on the ground, like a flyover system above that, and then the metro is above that. It's the 6th metro system in India. I said already it's a single line in Jaipur. Delhi metro system is a bit more like the underground in London and other ones in the UK where you've got a network of rails. In Jaipur it's just a single line. It's pretty comfortable. I've just taken a ride, 2 stops. It's cost me 6 rupees. Those were the days. Well, I hope you enjoyed looking at some of the vehicles and machines that India has to offer. Please like and subscribe if you want to follow more of our mechanical adventures. And we'll see you again on the next one. Take care. Bye.
Beep.
Where there is a will, there is a way.
Absolutely. Ayrton Senna once said, if you see a gap and don't go for it, you're no longer a racing driver.
Yeah.
In India, if you don't see a gap, go for it anyway.